So one thing I always wanted to do with clay throwing was cups. Cups were always fun. And I had a friend down at work, David Rudzinski. He was a security guard down at Olympic Medical Center. I purchased this mug off of him. It's a fantastic mug. It's one of my favorite mugs ever. When you look at the mug, not only is it a beautiful color, but it's got a cute little surprise, and that is a slug on the inside. The slug mug is an absolute classic for the Olympic Peninsula. The Olympic Peninsula is the most amazing place to be. 6 billion slugs, can't all be wrong. So this is David Rudzinski's slug mug. Northwest Pottery. That is a signed piece, and it is an absolutely fantastic piece. Everything on this is handmade, hand-pulled handles. It's just a beautiful little mug. So I was inspired by David's work, and I like to get creative. And one of the things being at Olympic Creative Studios is you see all these other people doing different styles, different works, different pieces. So this was the first slug mug that I threw. And it was one when I first started doing the stuff. You can see the body wall is a little bit thick. The slug had a certain personality and it was fun. Although it came out matte, which was kind of cool as a nice contrast to this. I love kind of the depth of color in crevices and stuff like that. So this was the first slug mug. And then I did a set of 4. And on all of these ones, I wanted to come up with kind of a theme. So I'm going to talk about lavender. Lavender is a little slug in there that she's got kind of a grayish look, and I got a little bit of a different face on her. It's not slug appropriate. It's not, true to form. I love the swirl on that one. I got really good swirl on the purple, and it came out really good with that lavender glaze. Is it called lavender? It might be orchid or something else, but in the Pacific Northwest, when we're around Sequim, everything is lavender. But this is just a beautiful, beautiful little piece. There's my stamp on there. Is it upside down? Yep, that's right side up. It's chicken. It's fun to do that. This piece right there, here, I loved the shape of this. It's got this beautiful bulbous round bowl. My finger fits this. Is this handle for everybody? I don't know. I don't care. I love it. It's a nice big heavy mug, floating blue. The slug, that slug is Licorice. That's his name. Nice and shiny, beautiful, cute little trail in the swirl there. The next one, I believe this one is Cinnamon. So I noticed Michaela was actually doing a bunch of Michaela was doing a bunch of insect drawings on her stuff. So I took some inspiration for that. And then I made this mug, cute little slug coming out of it. Good little swirly trail. I wanted to put more of a face on the slug. It's kind of fun. And when you sip it, the slug doesn't hit you in the forehead. He just kind of gets close. This one was my absolute favorite. So when I was looking at the drying rack and the glazing rack, somebody was doing this wood texture, this bark texture, and I was looking at trying to recreate it, and one of the gals down there, Tara, she goes, "Oh, hey, I've got a tool for that if you want to borrow it." I'm like, cool. So she let me borrow her tool, and it was fantastic. Again, having a space where people can share and inspire, which is what those creative spaces are about. So this has some nice little wood elements to the outside. The handle, hand-formed branch. It's got a little piece of wood coming out there. Same on the bottom. So I wanted to make this look like it had been cut and carved. So the inside is kind of that light brown along with this. And then the slug right there, this comes through another one of those collaborative efforts where somebody had some glaze. I was talking about the different slugs and looking at the colors, and the gal said, hey, I've got, I believe, a nutmeg or something like that. I'm not using much of this glaze, but I think it'd be perfect for one of your slugs. So she let me use that glaze, and I think that is the absolute sluggiest slug that has ever slugged anything. So these are my slug mugs. If you know David Rudzinski, I know I've got some friends that were family with him, and again, he is the inspiration for that. And it was really fun working on these and getting inspired for these creations. So I think that is part 6, 7 on this. I don't know how many we're going to do, but this is my favorite.